Hello, I am Mike of Neil Dice. This is Minecraft. Right, Ocean Temple, working on it. That is the second wall there, and the next one is the third wall there that I've made to dry stuff out. So I've already dried out 2 rows essentially, and I've now put the walls together to make the third row. And as the sun sets, have a quick look at it. You can see it goes down quite deep and then along. And that's a lot of sand. That is a great deal of sand. So much sand, in fact. Now this chest, I had got so much sand that this chest was 2/3 full of sand. And, well, about 2/3 full of sand with that wall being there. So from 2/3, I took all but 2 stacks to make that wall, and that is not by any means. You can kind of see I'm about halfway to the bottom. I think I would class that about halfway to the bottom. So there you go. So as the sun dips below the horizon, we'll have a sleep, and then we will get on with the next bit. So. Next bit is going to involve dirt and sponges. How much fuel have I got in there? Yeah, I'm fine for fuel. At some point, I'm going to have to use some glass because the temple entranceway is going to need to be paved over, and I'm going to want to do that before I start dropping sand everywhere, because otherwise the sand is going to go in that area. I'm going to be wasting sand, but that doesn't need to happen right now. So, okay, I will also have a bit of a nibble, num num num. So, why do I need dirt? Well, what I've done before is I've actually gone through and I've made more walls along here, right, to cordon off bits of this, this slice. But I don't think I need to do that. Well, I have not been doing that. So, because if I place sponge there, boom, right. So that clears all the way back to here, right? Pick that up. Now it won't clear top to bottom all the way down, So I can go to about here, and that's going to be about the same horizontal distance, but it's not going to be the same vertical. It's not going to be able to do the same vertically. So what I've been doing is I've been coming up to about here, making a little stack of dirt, right? And then this is how I've been doing it from down here. Right, and you can see how that works. So I don't need to make separate compartments, I don't think, which will take up more sand, apart from anything else. It'll take up more time. Not creating it, but also having to dismantle it. So, sometimes, the issue is where exactly do I place this stack? I mean, right in the middle is obviously, I can, in terms of from side to side between these 2 walls, right in the middle is obviously the way to go. But how far back is always a question. Oh, and you see, I've missed it there. I think I've gone. I think I'm all right actually. Maybe I've gone too far back. I think I've gone one further back than I should have done. It'll probably work out okay. I'll probably be able to get that'll clear up all that lot. So that was fine. So, and I think it may also change. It may not be as simple as every time I go back blah many blocks. It may change depending on, because there is a certain random element to what blocks get taken. I think there's an 8x8x8 area that it takes 64 blocks of water from. and there is a random element as to which blocks get taken, which ones do not. Also, I don't want to do that. I don't want to fall down. If I can avoid it. No. But I did in this case. Fortunately, you know, I've got my Depth Strider boots on. And then you've got this, yeah, this kind of irritation. Hang on. Let's just place a block here. Hopefully I'll be able to stand. Ugh. Right. I think I want to place. There we go. Yeah, so there's some fiddling that needs done, and this is the basic method that I've been using. Oop, now I've hit the corner. So there you go. So I won't have to go any deep. This is basically going to be the deepest I go in here. I'm just going to say hello. Wow, and it's only going to get deeper because this is only about halfway down as we've previously established. So we'll go here. Oh, whoop, lag. So fortunately, I've got all my respiration. I've got my respiration helmet on, which makes life a lot easier. So I can do this. I've got my Depth Strider boots, which means I can. I'll get that all down. That means I move faster. I think actually I'm just going to want to do it there. There we go. Oh no, I want to be further out. Ooh. Now I'm not quite sure whether. See, I don't know whether or not water gets reconstructed, and I'm getting the feeling that it doesn't, because you can see that this area hasn't been reconstructed. I don't think water reconstructs from the way down. So if I eliminated all of this water, but left those blocks at the top, it would still flow down in the same way. It's just that when I got to this, it's when I get down here, that's when you start to notice. So I can, in theory, go bottom up. I mean, I've been building up this up and then going back down again. I think I could probably hit the sponges on the way up, and that would work. It's all about the slightly crazy mechanics of water in Minecraft. I think I'm going to do this with blocks. And I'm going to regret it. I don't think there's any water source blocks in that lot, so I think I'm fine there. Yeah, so this is my exciting method of cleaning things out. And it's been working pretty well, I have to say. I mean, you've got stuff like that where it's easy to fall off, and then you're dealing with trying to stay stationary enough that you can actually get to where you want to go, and that can be a pain. Oh, come on, come on. There you go. Yeah, trying to deal with flowing water and get high up enough that you're not in the block below you, so that way you can place a block underneath you. But at the same time, you're not too far away that you can't actually place it. So I thought from a minute I'd gone too far back. Oh, actually I have. You can see that these are two source blocks. But I'm not going to waste a sponge on those. I'm just going to chuck down some dirt. This is all going reasonably easily, but you can see how, I mean, you've just got to repeat this nonsense. Many times. And I'm going to need more sand because this wall here took up nearly all my entire sand collection, which, as I mentioned, it was 2/3 of a full chest, full double chest. And the next wall is going to need even more sand. I'm going to get this lot back, but that's still, yeah, I'm going to get this lot back, which is a lot of sand, obviously. But at the same time, I'm going to need more. I'm going to need that much more. Exactly that much sand, plus extra to fill in that extra that's going to be down the bottom. So yeah, I'm probably going to have to get 2 chests, literally just for sand purposes. And how'd that do? That went pretty well. Interesting that doesn't flow along there. I suppose because water flowing there, it says, okay, where's the nearest place to flow? Oh, down there. Oh, down there. And then it's got to go, well, I might as well flow this way. So you end up with this kind of pattern of flow all the time. Let's do another one. I think I've got enough time to do another one before the sun sets on us. So this is, I mean, if I was doing it the way I'd originally planned to do it, I would be spending a lot of time making sand walls and then taking the sand walls down again and then doing the other thing. So this works nicely. And I have verified that 3 is the right number. Because 3 is the right width. Because this row here, the one that isn't here anymore, that was 4 wide, and that was a pain because I wasn't actually able to. A single block wouldn't get from side to side, and so I was constantly having to. I just remembered there's someone else on the server, so I can't just go to bed. Should have chucked it in there anyway. I'm probably going to get annoying monsters. Yeah, this one was 4 wide. This is the reason why I've put these dirt blocks. So these are going to be these are the starting points for each of the next of these rows. I haven't put them across here. I'm not going to put them across until I'm about to add a whole bunch of sand to it. But I put those down there to stop myself from accidentally making it 3 wide instead of 4 wide instead of 3 wide. Because it was just aggravating. Because I do that block. I do a tower like I just did, like I've done here, and like I'm about to do now. And you'd have an extra. You'd still have a source block hanging on a wall, which would need to then be taken down. So I'd end up with sponges all the way down the sides. Rather more sponges than you'd expect from it just being 1 extra wide. And if I ever went 1 too many back, like I've done occasionally, then you'd end up with all sorts of water just being in the way and just having to spam sponges all over the place. Whereas I pretty much consistently I can do a 4 sponge tower here and be really clear that that's how many sponges I'm going to take. So it's looking like I'm going to need. Oh no, was that too far down? Nope. So I suspect I'm going to need more than this stack of sponges. I mean, I can dry them out. So what will no doubt happen is I'll just run out and then I'll go back and get the ones that I've chucked into the oven and then just do that on a circular basis. Did that clip any edges? Whoa. I suspect this wonky flow is purely down to the fact that it was flowing right on top of, it just managed to flow right on top of that sponge, that last sponge. So we should be fine to just do it again. Ooh, ooh, sudden pause. Sudden pause for lag. I think I'm going to do one more of these, but I'm going to have to start thinking about, I suspect, yeah, more sand. Ooh. Not that I wanted to see that person get it, but being the only one on the server means that I can actually usefully hop into bed and thus not be at night. Have to apologise and say, no, I wasn't just blanking you, I was in the middle of an episode. So rude. Prioritising the episode over talking to people. Right, so how far have I got? About halfway. About halfway. And it's going to be nice to get rid of this. I'll probably do a whole in episode. Basically, mining this lot out. When I finish clearing this out, mining this lot out with a shovel is stupid beyond belief. This is where you really do want to use the. Oh man. This is where you really do want to. Use the torch method, so you mine out the bottom one with a torch and then slap a torch in immediately, so all the sand above it just will fall down and break apart, and you don't have to do anything. That's definitely the way to do it for enormous big walls like that, which are so high. Anyway, that's how I've been drying things out. So I'm not going to be doing an awful lot of that on camera because it's going to be an awful lot of repetitiveness. Just going to be doing the same thing over and over and over again, which is a problem with these big mega constructions, quite frankly. I'm going to be very glad when it's done. Let me put it to you that way, because then I can go off and start doing different things. But I think it's going to look awesome. I'm certainly looking forward to beginning to expose the temple itself. I think that's going to look really, really cool. But that is going to have to wait until later. So thanks for watching. Come hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. Visit neilfdice, neilfdice.com. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. You can find links in the video description. And until next time, reach for the stars. No, that's Kerbal. Dig for victory. You dig for victory in Minecraft. Reach for the stars. The stars are right there, and you can't reach them because they're just dots. Dig for victory.